Hello, welcome back. It's so nice to be here with you. Thank you so much for joining me. So, this is going to be a little bit of a short discussion. We did the Woo Festival this past weekend, and I met so many wonderful people. And there was a theme that kept inserting itself into all of the readings that I did. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because this is a very special time. And I believe that you are aware of this. You don't need me to tell you that your spiritual and emotional growth is coming into season. This is your time to shine. You've released so many of the burdens that you've carried for so long. Things aren't perfect, but perfection is no longer a determining factor in your life. Living every moment as authentically as you can is. We're in a space of transition, a space where we've left so much behind, and we're not sure quite what's up ahead, what's in store. So we're excited. We're feeling maybe a little reserved for the things that we've let go of, some uncertainty and excitement for what's potentially ahead of us, but also a little fear. We made big choices to clear our lives from the junk that we've carried around. And we might be feeling worried that we've made the right decisions. And so it's important to give ourselves this space to embrace this uncertainty. I mean, we've made mistakes before. What if the worst thing happens from our mistake and we've just made another big one? It won't be the first time. It certainly won't be the last, right? I mean, we've gotten ourselves through every mistake we've ever made. Our survival rate from our mistakes is 100%. So if we have to, we'll do it again. If this doesn't happen to turn out the way we thought it would, then that's okay. Maybe it won't turn out the way we thought it would. Maybe it'll turn out better. But we have to be open to our ability to manifest love and light into our lives and to trust that those pure intentions, that is the source from which good comes out of every choice that we make. And it's an odd space because it's an in-between space. It's almost like we've got one foot on one side of the threshold and the other foot on the other, and we're just not quite sure what the heck to do. So it's kind of a liminal space, right? Between this linear world of structure and form and the entirety of the space-time continuum. So that can be a little bit intimidating because that's where the magic lies, and that's where we come from. That's our home. And we feel it, we know it. If you're listening to my words right now, you know that this earth is not your home of origin, and it's not your place. It's your space that you've definitely chosen to come to for a very specific reason. And it hasn't always been easy for you living this reality, this existence, with these limitations. The ascended masters, the beings of light, want you to know that they see you. They know the sacrifices that you've made, and they seek to cast your birthright upon you, your birthright of abundance, of love and light. So we're currently experiencing what I like to call the gift of transition, as the universe has shaken us out of our habitual lives and is drawing us out of what we've known. And we stand on a spiritual precipice. It's kind of the end of the chrysalis stage for the caterpillar, which knows from its genetic programming that it must weave itself a cocoon, yet it probably has no conscious sense of why or for how long it'll be in there. or what's going to happen when it gets out. In a similar way, we instinctively weave ourselves into these transitional cocoons, not even aware that we've drawn this space around us, or without knowing why it's important to be there. This is an invitation, my love, to surrender, an invitation to give over to something larger than yourself, and trust that we will be held and supported with whatever we need in order to navigate the uncertainty of this space that we currently sit in, so we can choose. Because we have choices as we exist in this place of transition, and the degree to which we allow ourselves to be comfortable or uncomfortable has to do with how we choose to be with what is happening. We can choose to fight against this transition and fight against change, and we can struggle, but we know from our history where that leads, right? Or we can just flow with it by listening, by sensing, by responding with light and love, because transformation happens when we can no longer hold on to the things to control the outcome. And for those among us who do not like and resist change, sometimes the universe has to shake us loose from our foundations in order for us to be open to allow the bigger and the more that is meant for us. And we know this from our experience. From all the times in our lives when we've tried to hold on to something so tight so that it wouldn't change. We look back now and we ask ourselves, what was I thinking? So this is the space right here, right now, when our new reality is born. It's a space where we let go of our approach, our way of being, the role we play in society, the identity that society has given us, the beliefs that we have carried with us that no longer serve us. We let go of all of the illusions that we've created about ourselves so that something new can be created. The time approaches to bear ourselves out of our cocoons and be authentically who we came here to be. So in a way, these transformational times, they're essential to our evolution. We let everything we've carried with us kind of dissolve so that we can discover the next iteration of our lives waiting there for us. So 2021 was mostly a time of these transitional waves that were blasting us. We were being bombarded with these cosmic waves, shifts of energy, bringing everything that was hidden up into the light. All of the dust still hasn't settled, but there's a lot of chaotic energy that's struggling to maintain control in the light right now, and it's looking like it's causing some of us to think that the world is about to end. The world as we know it is about to end. Now, the light beings that I work with have instructed me that this is a false idea that's been planted among all of these dark shadows that have been carried up out of the holes and cracks that they lived in. This is an illusion. There have been many, many times in our world when these transformational waves have hit us and we thought the world was going to end. And it never did, because we're misunderstanding what these waves of energy, what these transformations, what their purpose is. Most of these crazy conspiracies floating around right now have been planted by the shades, the dark beings who have destroyed other worlds. Their goal is to enslave the world to archaic religious dogma under the lie that they are acting for freedom's sake. Don't be deceived like so many others have. Don't lose your common sense, your ability to reason and question, because this transformation is not about that. How do we know this to be true? We look with our eyes. This society has attempted to direct us away from becoming familiar with our inner selves. It's not something we've learned in school. It's not something we've learned in our churches. In fact, we've been taught by this society to fear anything that comes from within, that it's wrong, that it's demonic, that it's satanic, that it's something to be feared. And if we cease to listen to our own inner knowing, and certain actors around us begin informing us of the things we should be afraid of, then we know that it does not resonate as truth. And that fear has impacted so many people. The shadows and the darkness are causing the current societal stress within our place here, making certain people believe that their brothers and sisters are enemies, are demonic. That is not of the light. That is not from God, even when it's wrapped in the name of God. And this seeks to put an end to the spiritual abundance and transmissions of light that have been seeding into our society for many years now, at least since the harmonic convergence of the late 80s. So if any of that comes up, affirm your light, continue your work. Don't feed fear and negativity of this society as change occurs. Send your healing energy into the world, understanding that sending light to a world making fear-based choices is the very thing that will bring unity and understanding and a new age of light. But I digress. I go on rants sometimes. So the universe sees the hard work that you've done and is responding to you now. The work you've done personally and spiritually is bringing astonishing changes into your life. You're on a path of your own enlightenment. This is the time of coming into your own space, your own light, your own being, your own authentic self. The universe sees you and is responding. So continue forging ahead. Don't be discouraged by temporary delays or disappointments. When they occur, breathe into the space you're in, no matter where it is, and send love and light to the situation. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling, and then move on about your beautiful business. Shining your beautiful light. Letting go of thoughts that no longer align with your goals. Don't allow anyone to hinder your progress. Now is the time to begin working in partnership with like-minded people, surrounding yourself with people that are resonating on the same frequency as you, people whose energy complements your own. So for the next few months, continue clearing out whatever old stagnant energy remains. Rearrange your intentions to align more authentically with your best interest and highest good. And continue peeling away all of the layers of expectations that you've created for all of these years. What that looks like, stripped bare, is that we seek strong relationships that we can trust. We seek to feel blessed and to feel loved. We need to feel that our needs are being met. We need a source just to give our love to give our intentions to. We seek that the people in our lives see us, that they really see us. And this really is the path that we're on as we continue to remove harmful relationships, to set boundaries for the way we allow people to treat us, knowing that if we don't set boundaries for the way we allow people to treat us, those people will have no boundaries for the way they treat us. What we want at the end of the day is peace, joy, and unconditional love all around us. We want to give it and we want to receive it. This is your golden moment of celebration, of success. It's a moment that is propelling you into this coming season of your life. And so I am a reminder to keep going. Review all you've done and then create a blueprint. A vision board would be a beautiful thing for you to utilize right now. I don't know what's so magical about vision boards, but they really do help everyone that I've talked to that uses them to manifest. So begin to put on this vision board things you've only dreamed of but never thought you could achieve. This is a magical time of manifestation for our future, where we look at things with an eye to outcomes. It's important to keep the fire of the enthusiasm burning for the height that we seek to attain. A little patience may be required while you await results, but use this time to explore your possibilities and potentials. New beginnings, new ideas, new projects are beginning to ignite our spirits. We can feel the stirrings of new experiences and new adventures and new outcomes that we've been reluctant to consider. The light shines bright up there where we're looking. Now is the time to tie up all the loose ends that we can, all of them. If there are certain non-negotiable things, then we will find workarounds. Lucky for us, we're flexible. So we create keeping in mind responsibilities that need our attention. But those are not weights that tie us down. So what does it look like? Well, we tie up all those loose ends, we release, we forgive, we heal, we move forward. Where once we lived in extremes, the message here is to take care of our resources. So, for an example, now, if it's time to create a savings account or review our spending habits, if what we want is adventure, so we begin to put some seed money into our savings and our intentions. We put our intentions into our savings and we visualize outcomes of those intentions. And then the universe moves us toward what it is that we want, so that opportunities that we've never even thought of begin to present themselves to us. Your hard work is paying off. Stay alert to these new possibilities. Change is inevitable, and it can bring newfound resources of abundance. So be open to new and exciting opportunities. Don't allow fear-based thought to limit your potential. You've learned that you're ever so much stronger than you've realized. Not only can you definitely handle your current situation, you've handled every situation that has ever come into your life. And every one of those events has brought you to this place where you stand on the precipice of change, of abundance, of manifesting heart's desires. Our strength is that this situation calls for something that comes from the softness of our spiritual core, pure love and light. Our strength and effectiveness increase as we believe in ourselves and our ability to grow from the experiences that we've had in this life. So we look upon challenges as opportunities to learn more about ourselves and to apply our knowledge and our own unique resources. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you love, I wish you light, and a beautiful day.